friends, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe this fine day. Today is going to be my completed pages video for September. I'm going to open up my my little journal thing, my coloring journal. This is a happy planner that I've altered to be my coloring journal. 2000, nope, that was last year. Went too far, too many Septembers. Okay, this is the one. All right, so let me just see here. So I like to decorate it for space because of space timber, and this is what I've kind of done. And I like mark where the completed pages are, how many YouTube videos, Instagram posts, things like that, and like try to check off like hashtags that I worked on, project books, and then I make some goals, and then I try to make some top priorities, and then I write down my completed pages like this, and then I cut one page in half like I did here to make a supplies tracker, and you can see all the different colors. Because I use different supplies on my papers, I guess you could say I'm a mixed media girl because I use lots of different things. So you can see I use different things, and the buddy colors, I had two like group buddies. They're like project books. I have like a mythographic group, and I didn't get mine done, and Woodland Kingdom, this is a 2-month thing, so I have this month to get it done too. And these are the new books and supplies that I got for the month of September, and I shared those with you in my last video when I did that large haul. And then we go over to my September stats page. So I only completed 8 pages, which isn't very many, but I had a lot to deal with in September. And yeah, life is just life, right? So I didn't do any buddy colors. I did color in 5 books that I had not touched before, which is great. My year total is 86. My Facebook members is 353, so we added 1. Instagram followers is 3,672, so I added 51. So thank you for following me on Instagram. YouTube subscribers, 5,247, which was a plus 53. So thank you for following me and subscribing to me and all your support. And 5 of my pages have to do with space timber. So that's kind of my stats page for September. And I already started on my, I put right here what's coming up is in October: Halloween pages, fall pages, buddy colors, spooky season is here. And I kind of decorated it for Halloween. And I started writing some stuff down. And this is where I'll put my completed pages. So yeah, that's kind of how it looks so far for my Halloween. Now for my completed pages. First book I have here is, let me just make sure I'm in frame. Yes, I am. I'm using the natural light, plus I have a candle right here. So I hope you guys can see this all right. This is Gummy and Pecky, and this is from Vivi Tinta, and I don't think I had ever colored in this book before. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Yeah, so I colored this one, the little space page, and I'll put my little tabs right here. And this is pretty easy. Alcohol markers. I've used some Jelly Roll, Moonlight, and white gel pen. Yeah, not really overly complicated. Just gel pens and markers basically. And that's how mine turned out. It's not like my most favorite work, but it's a page done for Space Timber and it's cute, so that works. I have a fuzzy, is it Huga? Super cute coloring book, and I think this is from Viva Tinta as well. And I hadn't colored in this one either, so I decided to do this one. The one that's the spa day. And I tried to stick to a color palette, if you can tell here. And I just needed a day to relax. I was under a lot of stress and pressure because of things going on in my life. And so I picked this page and I'm like, oh, this looks like a relaxing page. This is exactly what I need. And so I colored that. I did like a sunset-y sky, and I had them have green face masks. And yeah, you can see how I use the colors from the color palette to just do the page. And then I did a darker wall because the tiles on the ground are light colored. And that one turned out pretty cute. That one, alcohol markers and gel pens, of course. Another space one that was really highly liked on Instagram is from Enchanted Galaxies. And this is by Alexandra Zakakoris. And this one was the one that I chose. I was flipping through and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to color. And I was like, well, I'll just pick this one and start coloring it for no rhyme or reason. And if I don't finish it, I don't finish it. And before I knew it, I finished it. And it's basically alcohol markers, as you can see. What did I use for the black? This is not bleeding through. Oh, I must have used a paint pen, a black paint pen. And I can see that I have Jelly Roll Glaze on there. Or not glaze, Jelly Roll Moonlight. That's this bright orange color and the bright yellow, because I wanted to give it like a neon punchy effect. And I like how these little aliens are coming down with the spaceship. If I turn on my overhead light, you can see the sparkle that I've added to this. And I did try to use a little bit of the Jelly Roll clear glaze, but mine are kind of drying out. And unfortunately, the glaze you can't buy anymore. But I added some sparkle and some different textures. And I tried to keep to a color palette on this as well. And I made the mountains like blue, so maybe it's like icy there, but yet they have like a lava pool. And yeah, because it's outer space, it could be anything, right? So yeah, that's how that came out. And that makes 2 for this book. Last year I did this one with Candace from Happy Catastrophe. So yeah, now I have 2 space pages done in Enchanted Galaxies. We'll go ahead and shut off that overhead light so we don't get a glare from our books. The next one I have is The Way Home, a galactic coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. And this counts for Space Timber as well. And I did this little guy. So as you can see, oh, I can just move my candle a little bit. As you can see, he is in the moonlight and there's stars, so, you know, outer space, and plus he's an alien, and this creature's an alien, so that works too. And then I did some fall leaves because of fall. And I really wanted to do my little monster guy pink because I thought he just needed to be pink. Yeah. This was a page that I selected on a day that I needed to color, but I didn't have very much time to color. So these are perfect for if you don't have a lot of time to color and you just want to do something real quick and have something fun. There is some of the Langu gel pens. I add extra hair on his head and some different like highlighty things throughout the page. So yeah, that one was cute. And Maria Troll's Universum. This is my back to front book. We're doing this book, that's the hashtag. It's hashtag back to front coloring 2025. And we are coloring in this book Maria Troll's Universe or Universum. And we're starting from the back and working our way forward. And there's several people in the group, and I love seeing their pages every single month. So many people are getting their progress so well done, and it's just so fun to see everybody's pages and get really into Maria's work. And I did this one right here, and this one was really well liked in on Instagram. So I used a fall color palette, as you can see. And this is Distress Inks around the sides. That's how I got the nice blend. I put a piece of paper right here so that it doesn't go onto this page when I do my distress. And I colored this, I based it with Crayola Super Tips, and then I went on top of it with pencils. And I don't think, yes, I have a little bit of Langu gel pens on these flowers right here. And just trying to, yeah, I don't see any white gel pen. I don't think I used any white gel pen on here. Just a little bit of the Langu. But I started with water-based markers first, and then my pencils, and then I finished it off with pencils, and then I did my Langu, and once that was all dry, then I distressed my page. And I really like how she turned out. I am not into coloring wreaths very much, so that's why I pulled the fall color palette, so it could pull me into the page more. And I think it worked out really well, and the colors complement each other. This is the next page that I need to do. I was going to do it, but I'm actually scared of all these sunflowers. I was going to turn her into an astronaut and put a helmet on her and like make these into planets and stuff, but I was too chicken, and literally there's a chicken on this page. So that's the next page I am doing. It doesn't really seem like a very October-y picture, but this one doesn't either, but that's okay. I'm hoping I'll be able to conquer my fear and get in here. Maybe I can make this creepy vibe when coloring this one. I could make her like a zombie or something and make these flowers look wilted, or some really Halloween colors. And the eggs, I could make them look like they're rotting or something like that. If I really want to transform this page, we'll see what I come up with, but that's the next one that I have to do. And this is just a recap of all the ones that I've done. So the cat, the aquarium page, this one was another wreath. I extended it out and added quotes. This one with the little deer, very springtime. This one right here. And this one with the teapot, colored the little butterflies, the bee, the dragonfly, and the caterpillar, or sorry, the snail. And I haven't colored the dragon, but yeah, that's as far as I am in Botanicum. And I know some people are starting to get to these black pages already because they're a lot faster than me, but that's okay. I'm just taking my time, and it's just nice to be able to get in and do some of her work. And this is a compilation book, so it's going to have pages from every single one of her books. This one is from Botanicum, and this one's from Flora. So there is that one. I have Crittersville, coloring book. Now this was a whip, and I thought, you know what? I really don't have that much to do on this whip to finish it. So I'm just going to finish it because why not, right? And I shared this in one of my collection videos, I think in September. And when I saw the whip and I knew that I was so close, I was thinking, I just need to finish that. It won't even take me that long. And this is the page that I did. So it's the bears camping and toasting marshmallows by the fire. All I really had to do was color the bears and all this background and the trees and stuff. And then I did this spacey sky because maybe this is a planet of bears. Bears like humans or something. So I treated it like a Space Timber page because it had a night sky and kind of like a planet in the sky. And how often do you see bears in people clothes toasting marshmallows and camping? And then I tried to make these look like birch trees. I added some moonlight jelly roll, the orange and the yellow, and this is a moonlight jelly roll green. And I've used some of the Langu on the fire and white Signo. And I use acrylic markers, or not acrylic markers, but Ohuhu alcohol markers to base. And I did my sky with Ohuhus as well. That whole blend out was done with Ohuhu markers. So yeah. And a long time ago, I was shading with pencils. And I don't know what pencils I used a long time ago, but I probably finished this off with my Black Widow pencils because those are the ones at my desk. So there's Crittersville. I pulled this book to do. It was probably in my plans video. Secret Worlds 2. And I actually changed my plan of what I wanted to color. And I picked a different page, which is cool. And this is by Emily Chawa, I believe. Yeah, Emily Chawa. And I did this one also for Space Timber. And we've got two bears here and they're looking at the stars. I didn't do black on the back, just in the jar, just because I didn't want to waste my alcohol marker on all that back. But I think it turned out really cute and the bears look adorable and I like their colors. And yeah, I think I used a combination of Ohuhus and Cali Arts. The Cali Arts substitute the Ohuhus I don't have because I have quite a few Ohuhus that are all gone. But I kind of made like this yellow top a little bit because of the reflection of the stars. And then I added some more little dots for kind of like a sparkly magical effect, which have turned a light blue. There's no sparkle on this page, so I won't turn on the overhead light. It's just pretty much done with markers and gel pens. Yeah, very fun. And this is washi tape on the border. I thought that this blue plaid went with it. So I'm glad to get one done in there. That was a Color Your Hoard. And then the final one that I did was in this one. So this is the book. It's The Little Squirrel and the Residents of Antique Town. And it's by Mona. And I don't see very many people color in this book. I see lots of people haul it and lots of people share it on their channels, but I don't see people color it. And I had pulled it last Space Timber to color a page and I never did it. I was too chicken. And so this year I just said, I'm not going to be scared and I'm going to do this page. And this is like my favorite of the whole month. This is the last one. That's why I saved it for last. And it is this page. So this page is basically the observation tower or deck. We've got your squirrels here. She looks kind of like a chipmunk, but he's definitely a squirrel, and I think he's a squirrel too. And I've done galaxy, and you can see all the little elements that have to do with space and the different galaxies I achieved in this, all of the windows, like these windows and these windows and the pencil effects. All the pencil work was done with the Black Widow pencils, and they did great. And you can see there's no bleed through. And my galaxy effect has been done with Crayola Super Tips. Yeah, I did not use an expensive thing. I use my Crayola Super Tips, just like, this is a silly one, but like these are what the standard ones look like. And what I would do is scribble them onto a palette, take my water brush, and I started with my lightest color first, which was my lightest pink. And then I would do a little darker pink, and then a little bit of purple, and then a little bit of blue. And I would dab it because I didn't want the light effects to totally disappear and get ruined. I thought, oh, maybe I can use acrylic marker to deepen it. Well, when I tried that, it messed it up because I tried it right here just a little. And I just corrected that with pencil because it was pretty bad when I tried to add the acrylic marker. I should have just stuck with just the Crayola Super Tip effect. And as you can see, I used a color palette, which is the green, yellow, blue, purples, and pinks, and of course browns because of the squirrels. I think it's very cohesive because of that. I do have sparkle elements on here as well, so I'm going to flip on the light for you. So you can see the sparkle that has been done in the stars, and then the black is the Jelly Roll black glaze. And I'm just really proud of myself for getting this done, because this is no easy feat, and being able to do all of these little hairs on the squirrel and creating the texture of fur here and here and here. So it's not just one character, but 3 characters. And then also doing the texture of lace, and that's a different type of texture. Wrapping paper, that's another texture. Here we've got these shingles, that's another texture. Galaxy is another effect. So there's quite a few different effects just on this page alone. And I'm really proud of myself for accomplishing what I did. Yeah. And I want to say, did I use pencil? Yeah, I used pencil. I was sure if I used watercolor or not. But if you have large spaces, you can do that with your Crayola Super Tips or any water-based marker, because I know sometimes watercolors can be really expensive, but you can get away with getting watercolor effects with your budget-friendly water-based markers, and they look great. I mean, I'm not complaining. So yeah, and the white has been done, since it's still white. I'm guessing I did it with, I'm just looking to see what acrylic marker I had. I wanted to say it was an Artistro. It was either an Artistro or a ZSCM white acrylic marker for the white dots. But yeah, really happy with this, and I think it turned out really fun. I guess I did add a little bit of orange because I have this orange leaf, and then I added to the mugs and that book, that little planet thing. Yeah, I think it looks great. And now I'm not so scared of these books anymore. So yeah, that is all my completed pages for the month of September. Like I said, I didn't get very many done. This one in here took me a while, took me about 3 or 4 days, but the other ones didn't take me as long. I had been really stressed out. It was my son's birthday last month, and then I had some family things happen, and yeah, and I was constantly go out of the house. So yeah, I didn't get as much as I wanted colored, but that's all right. Life happens, and the things that I did color, I am happy with, and I did have a good time coloring all the pages that I colored this month. And my next video is going to be my October plans video. For my October plans, I have my 2 hashtags that I do every year, or every month. I'm sorry, not every year. Sorry about that. Every month. They're yearly hashtags, but they change every month. That's what I meant to say. So the wild year of color for October is the theme bat. And that makes total sense for Halloween, right? And I want to thank Veronica Dunn. She gave me the idea for the bat, and I thought it was awesome, so we went for it. And then if you guys ever have a suggestion for the animal of the month, let me know, and we'll go from there. And the movies, Coloring the Movies 2025 is a really fun one for Halloween. I think really colorful, would be really fun to do. It's Beetle Juice, and there's the 80s Beetle Juice that many of us have seen, and there's a more recent Beetle Juice that came out, and I think it has the girl that plays Wednesday in it. So you could go off of either one of the films, and I have a color palette for both of those. They're just suggestive color palettes, or not for both of those, but for the Beetlejuice one, I have a color palette that's just a suggestive color palette. You don't have to use the color palette if you don't want. If you find a page that's totally vibing with Beetlejuice, just go with your gut. If you're doing like a mandala, you can just use the color palette, whatever you want to do. Or if you're just doing a page and want to use the color palette, that's fine too. It's just fun to see your guys' pages. And I will see you guys next video, and I will show you everything that I had pulled for August or October, which is a lot. So I'm not going to continue it on to this video because it will be a long enough video on its own. Have a good rest of the day, and I will see you later. Bye, friends.